Hi guys, Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So, okay, there's so much that I need to talk about. So if you guys don't know, the East family has been going through some major changes, losing some lawsuits and a bunch of stuff that we need to be talking about because this is absolutely unreal to me. So if you guys don't know, the East family has been filed several different lawsuits, some that we don't really know the results for, some that we already have, but some recent news has come out about two of them and I want to talk about them and how this is really bad for their career. So before I hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. Now without further ado, let's get into this absolute nightmare. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about Katherine McAllister and 1212 Gateway. So if you guys remember from one of my videos previously, we actually talked about how Katherine McAllister has a skincare brand. Now there was some allegations about what she had done to the company.
Production took forever to actually get the products out to people. Many people claim that they did not actually get their packages, or they got it weeks and weeks later, and it took so long than the estimated shipping time. Why are they suing her? Her partner is actually the one that is suing. So the parent company of Gateway actually is suing Katherine for allegedly $16.1 million.
So let's give a little bit of a backstory because this is a little bit confusing, and I wanted to make sure I read off the documents so that we could fully understand what is happening with this situation. So there was a lawsuit filed in 2021 by TCL Cosmetics, and they were suing Katherine. So the big problem with this was TCL Cosmetics, a lot of people may not know this, TCL has been known for having major hands in celebrity or just well-known individuals, companies with the cosmetic industry. So for example, you can have a celebrity that wants to create a cosmetic line. They pretty much do absolutely everything. I'm not kidding, absolutely everything. But all the famous individual or celebrity has to do is pretty much show up to meetings, maybe find people to help with some of the management, and they have to pretty much promote the company that has their face on it, which honestly sounds identical to a brand deal in my opinion. TCL Cosmetics has been known to make incredibly successful companies. They're very well versed in the industry, and in my opinion, they are somebody that could be very trusted. So when allegedly this company was started, that was how it was going to follow, where Katherine was going to be the face of the company. She was going to be able to post and maybe show up to meetings, and that was it. Like, honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, how nice would that be to sit there and literally post about a company that is going to turn into making you millions of dollars.
And TCL claims had 1212 Gateway continued its upward trend, it stood to make $60 million in revenue by the end of 2021 and more.
I don't even know. Literally, Katherine was given a gold plate at this point with how incredible this deal was. But sadly, yeah, she definitely messed this one up due to greed, in my opinion. Greed and lack of capacity to just do basic shit. So the lawsuit was $30 million and she actually lost this. So last February, she was ordered to pay around $763,000, which is absolutely insane. But actually, I wanted to kind of look into some of the other details of the lawsuit because I think these details are just telling you how bad this is. And I know previously I remember thinking, and because I didn't really know a lot about like the details of this lawsuit, I honestly thought Katherine was more of a sideline type of person. I started feeling bad for her, but not anymore. With all the things that I've started to read into more, some of the even new recent problems with her and Shyla, if you guys know about that situation, I will cover that in a later moment. I don't feel any remorse for her, especially with this lawsuit. Oh my God. The biggest problem was they were accusing Katherine of pretty much trying to take over the entire company in her own way. So what had happened allegedly was she was trying to pretty much kick out TCL Cosmetics from having any control. We're talking like the website, social media. Allegedly, she changed the passwords and made it to where only Katherine can read everything.
Because once the company was showing major success, Katherine attempted a corporate coup where she attempted to take away control from TCL and the officers of 1212 Gateway and try to take over the company by improperly obtaining various administrative access credentials, changed the passwords on several accounts, and kept TCL from its proper role within the company.
With some management or other things with production and customer service. Allegedly, she was completely kicked out of everything. So she was a negligent owner. Now, also, I want to let you guys know, I believe she was a owner of 60% of the company. So that is a hefty amount of a company to own for someone who literally just has to post pictures and just show up. Now, again, I know that that can require some effort with brand deals and whatnot, whatnot, but for her and her financial situation, that should not be hard to do. That would take a day or two of shooting really good content and she could be set for a while. Like, I don't know why this was such a difficult thing for her, especially considering she was going to make ridiculous money off of this. But because she allegedly tried to take over some of these issues, there was a lot of backlash because of this, where we actually reviewed how there's people that were major bad reactions to some of the skincare because allegedly Katherine wanted to take on creation of some of the products like in her own warehouse on her own without professionals doing it. I know, that sounds nuts. Katherine was supposed to be the face of the company while TBL was going to run the operations, and Katherine tried to allegedly take over the company and prevent people from running the company. TCL Cosmetic history has a very good history and presence in the beauty and skincare development industry, so it honestly gave them a really bad rep. And then not to mention with the really bad amount of reviews that came in all over the place and in the comment section, mind you, because apparently on the website there was no section to actually put in reviews. So a part of me again is just kind of wondering that maybe Katherine kind of just like had the vibe that this wasn't going to do well, but she didn't want other people knowing that, and she just wanted people to purchase. Because believe it or not, as shitty as this family is, they do have people that are fans of theirs and that will buy things that they share and sell. So it was no surprise to that, but it was just absolutely appalling to me because we had so many people that had a really bad experience with the company. Allegedly, they didn't even get certain returns, or they were getting half returns, and even production was just totally screwed up. And so the fact that this had to go to court and she lost that and was required to literally pay $763,000 because of this and her screw up with it, just blows my mind. And now apparently they are completely kicking her off of her own company. Like, apparently they are removing her face and they're in the process of taking all of the details and things down that are connected to her because of how bad she screwed this up. Because I believe it was alleged that she was going to start actually showing up and trying to do better, and again, what usually they say, we'll do better, we'll make things better, and we'll be a part of it. And apparently none of that actually happened. Allegedly there was refusal of her showing up to even some of the basic meetings. I don't know why you wouldn't want to show up to your own company's meeting to see how things are doing. Like, that's your name and brand. Like, what? I literally don't even understand that. Apparently, I believe Austin McBroom actually had a hand in it, but he wasn't even doing very hot with it allegedly. So they are completely removing her from everything. But just right here, I think this is a really absolutely horrible representation of Katherine with her own behaviors. And I think it's also showing another darker side because while yes, we do see Austin and he's an absolutely terrible person, but we don't really see as much of Katherine and her actions, I feel like. And so this is honestly really showing some true character in my opinion. But of course, Katherine is going to run with this whole spiritual bullshit of, oh, I'm developing and I'm growing, and pretty much giving the illusion that she can do no wrong and haters are going to hate, when literally this is, in my opinion, a big scam. And not to mention, how did they not feel embarrassed over this? Like, apparently the website was actually down for 2 months because of this entire situation. So people could not even get a hold of customer service allegedly. They couldn't even do anything at all to solve some of the problems because apparently Katherine screwed it up that bad. How do you feel okay with this? I will never be able to wrap my head around that. That's insane. But anyways, the next thing that I want to talk about, because we're not done. So Austin McBroom has his own lawsuit issue that was just lost. I know. So both of them apparently are just racking in lawsuits at this point. I don't even know how they can afford this because Austin McBroom had so many different lawsuits popping up before, and now Katherine's, and then this other one, like so many, I don't even know how they're swinging this. So Austin McBroom was actually sued by the city of Beverly Hills. So what had happened was, before one of Austin's fights, he actually wanted to host this kind of like parade thingy. I'm not too sure.
It's a movie today. Shutting down Beverly Hills. Team Austin! Austin, man. Damn, bro.
They're gonna block us in down there.
Oh, they're gonna block us in.
Oh my God!
We love you, Austin.
There is an individual, and I kind of want to talk about this because this again can be kind of confusing. So there are some people that some famous or growing to become famous individuals will hire. So that way, it's kind of like an individual that really is good with bringing attention, bringing eyes, very good marketing, PR, stunts, everything like that. And so allegedly, there's an individual by the name of Hassan, I believe if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, was working with Austin McBroom. Now he apparently has had some other clients that are well known. For example, apparently the lawsuit included information information about Hassan and Austin. So what had happened was there was a fight going on and he wanted to promote it. So it was talking about like taking the streets, and literally look at these screenshots of from Hassan's post and then Austin trying to pretty much encourage people to show up, take over the streets and everything. Like, how embarrassing is that? For example, this Ace Family pull up YouTube takeover parade. It's a Saturday, May 29th, meet at 4 p.m. Be ready to take over the streets. Come shut it down with me and other YouTube fighters. And so it hit a point where, again, people wanted to show up. And so there was a massive amount of people that were all throughout the city of Beverly Hills, but in like near very like nice areas. And so they crowded the streets. There was a lot of trash. And again, like there was no permit or anything requested by the city, because now don't get me wrong, I don't like Austin or anything, but if he did this properly and had like a really cool event or parade type thing, then it would make more logical sense, and at least he would do it properly. This was not done properly at all. And apparently there was some alleged property damage and everything. The city was honestly pissed and wanted to sue him for their lawyer fees and damages and doing something illegal. So the lawsuit was for $200,000, and he completely lost this lawsuit too, which again, how like they're pushing out like $1 million almost just in some lawsuits like this, like right now. How is that even normal? I don't even know how anyone thinks that this is normal behavior. But if you know someone who is an Ace Family lover or follower or whatever, please show them content like this, because they need to know that this is not someone that they should be supporting. This is not normal behavior. This is very dangerous. And also my thought process too is, if Austin really doesn't give a shit that much and he wants to show off things and pretty much have this like God complex, I don't truly think he cares about safety, because if he cared about safety, he would have handled this properly. But like, what if somebody got hurt at one of these events? Like, he is liable for that, I believe, if something goes south. And then also, I think continuing on, even with Katherine, like, what if something bad happened? What if there was a bad reaction? What if people lost a lot of money with this? Like, there's many things that could have happened and damaged her career. They were so negligent in all these different areas that it really didn't matter, as long as they just made some sort of money and went on with their way. I know this is a little bit of a quicker video, but genuinely, I think this is definitely good to talk about because of how freaking insane these people are and how they just do not care at all about other people, in my opinion. And as long as they get some sort of attention, I even think that they're in the mentality that as long as it's any attention, negative or good, like it's fine. But it's honestly hitting them hard. They're losing a lot of money because of this. So I don't know, maybe with these lawsuits and all these things that have happened, I don't know if we should expect another type of maybe Ace Fest or another big money maker release some of the tension that some of this financial loss has put on them. So who knows, maybe there is some event that they'll host because they know it'll make them money to help compensate for some of these losses. This is absolutely insane to me, and I was just shocked seeing all of these things suddenly surface up because they literally are that irresponsible. So that was it for today's video. I fed up with them, absolutely fed up with them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what other things you think, or what theories do you have about the Ace family. I would love to look into it or take some guesses on it. Share your theories down in the comment section below. I would love to hear. But that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay glowing. Bye.